So Phil, why do you think in business people don't achieve their goals?
I mentioned earlier SMART goals, but I also expanded it to I'm smart, and it's the I'm part of the SMART goal which I think is key, because it's to do with intrinsic motivation. It's to do with what drives you. Why do you want to do it? The more that you want to do something, the more likely you are to achieve it. But I've also said from my experience is that the reason that people either fail to succeed in reaching their goals or don't really try is partly because the time scale in which they give themselves to achieve it is unrealistic. So I remember doing an interview on several occasions at the very beginning of January, when everybody after Christmas, wants to go to the gym and lose weight after eating so much after the festivities. And within 6 weeks they've stopped. So the initial motivation wasn't strong enough, but it was also because what they would want to do was to lose weight. Well, one of the scientific things is as you begin to exercise, you turn fat into muscle, and muscle weighs more. So what can happen is, yes, you would lose some weight, but you wouldn't perhaps lose as much weight as you would think, because biologically and physiologically, muscle is heavier than fat. So if you are realistic in your goals and you have good information, you will know that it will take at least 6 weeks before you start to really begin to achieve your ultimate goal. And then you have to sustain it for a minimum of 3 months. So, when I studied comfort zones and began to define comfort zones, moving out of comfort zones, where people then have this critical phase, which is a second stage of do you move to another level or do you drop back to where you started? The reason that people pull out is because when they feel that they're on their own, sometimes they're not motivated enough, and sometimes they just don't know what to do. So the secret, I feel, is to be supported in the transition. The more support that we have to achieve the goals, the more likely it is to be successful. But that in the very beginning, the goals need to be within a realistic time scale, but they need to be intrinsically motivated.
Thank you.